Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. All praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, the bonds to the elders and the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to all the sincere came out there pressing the truth and sincerity. Just wanted to do a morning edification, on this Joel 3, seeing as how, everybody, in this warlike mentality, with the government shutdown, the RFID chip being heavily pushed, hey, we getting ready for the end. Even though, we know that this is the beginning of sorrows, but, everything is fast forwarding itself. Everything is happening, fast, and the Lord getting ready to repay these nations back for all the atrocities and all the wickedness that they have done unto the children of Israel. So, I'm going to get right to the scripture. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which is talking about the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, the so-called West Indies, and Levi, which is the so-called Haitians, and Jerusalem, the other our other brethren, the Native Americans, the Guatemalans, the other 10 tribes, should I say. And I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the valley of decisions. And that all nations, he said, I will gather all nations, meaning all the nations who, put us, in slavery, the ones who rape, rob, murdered, our nations, Matter of fact, let me get it. Some, and it's just describing those nations who finna get it. This is Psalms chapter 83, starting verse 5. Psalms 83 and 5. It said they have consulted together with one consent and are confederate against thee. And did not all the nations come together, especially here in America, and come against, our people, Moab, different nations to basically bring us down, just to, kill off our people. It said the tabernacles of Edom, right, the so-called white man, which they ruling, the mainstream today, the Ishmaelites, Moab, and the Ishmaelites, which is the so-called Arabs, which you see in every gas station. Moab, the so-called Chinese who own all the gas stations or the beauty supply stores in your neighborhood. The Hagarenes, the Gibbo, the Gabal, and Ammon, which is Ammon is the so-called Japanese, which you got all these restaurants, and Amalek, which is them fake Jews over there who run in the media. The Philistines, and the inhabitations of Tyre, Ashur also joined with them, who have helped them, who have helped the children of Lot, Selah. So all those nations, all the nations of the world, gonna be gathered together against the, basically to fight against the Lord, and that battle over Jehoshaphat, that battle of decisions, which Jehoshaphat actually goes to the word Yahweh Shaphat, which means the Yahweh judgment, if I'm saying that correctly, But yeah, it's the valley of decision. This is back in Joel chapter 3, verse 2. It said, and I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, where I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel. So the Lord finna plead, with all the nations for his people. And how he gonna make that plead is with blood, because they got to pay back for all the wickedness and all the atrocities that they have done unto the people of Israel. whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. And they did during various slaveries. They scattered us. We were scattered abroad. We were taken from this land to that land. And parted my land, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine. So they this is talking about slavery. And during slavery, we were sold for guns and wine. For they have cast lots for my people. They have given a boy for a harlot. And some of the young men, they were sold for bati boys, so to speak. And sold our girls for wine that they may drink. Yea, what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? Which Tyre and Zidon, that's the Hamites, the Hamite land, but it was taken over by the Arabs, which is Ishmael, which Ishmael funded a lot of the slave ships. And all the coast of Palestine, right, the Palestinians. And will ye yet render me a recompense? For if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense on your own head. So all the like I said, all the stuff that they did to us, and the Lord is fair. He gonna turn it back on your own head. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The Lord don't change. What he said he gonna do, he gonna do. He said, I will return it upon a recompense upon your own head, because ye have taken my silver and my gold and carried it, and have carried unto the temples of my goodly pleasure things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, which is the so-called Edomites, the ones who proclaim to be the Greeks now. The Grecians, that they might remove them far from their border, and did not they move us far from our border, bringing us during the transatlantic slave trade to throughout all the earth, but predominantly from West Africa, the coast to Americas, north and south, throughout all four corners of the earth. Saying, behold, I will raise them out of the place. Let me go back. The children, verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that they might be removed from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place wherein ye have sold them. So the Lord gonna come and deliver us from all all the places that that we were sold. And I will return your recompense on your own head. So the Lord getting ready to flip the script, so to speak. So all the things that you thought you was getting away with, you nations, you people, hey, the Lord coming to pay you back. And he not only is coming to pay you back, but he coming to gather his elect. This is verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters unto the children of Judah, and they shall sell them unto the Sabaeans, to the people afar off. For the Lord has spoken it. Hey, so you sold our our children into slavery. You sold us into our people. The nation of Israel into slavery. Hey, the Lord finna sell you into slavery. All the things, like I said, all the things that you have done to us, it shall be done unto thee. And this is what the Lord is saying. This is not man's interpretation. It's that unto the people afar off, for the Lord has spoken it. Yahweh has spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare for war. And are not all the nations right now preparing war? Everybody is in a warlike mentality. It's a time of war. wake up the mighty man. Wake up. It said, wake up the mighty man. That's the the large nations. Turning everybody back to that warlike mentality. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come, and that's what they doing. Beat your plowshares into Beat your plowshares unto swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So all the them beating the plowshares into swords, and the pruning hooks into spears. Everybody, like I said, everybody's getting ready for war. Everybody getting nuclear capabilities. And everybody, gearing toward fighting. And let the weak say, I am strong. So the those sovereign nations, those standalone nations, the nations small in stature, said, let the weak say, I am strong. Everybody's standing up, because back before, during the when things was calm, should I say, you didn't have too many nations standing up, but all of a sudden nuclear capabilities came along, and these presidents went over there to the Middle East, stirring up stuff. Everybody arming themselves with nukes. So everybody got nuclear capabilities. So the weak are now proclaiming that they are strong. So verse 11: assemble yourselves together, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Said, and let the heathen be awakened, and let them come down unto the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I judge. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So like I said, the valley of decision. Where the Lord finna sit down, the Lord finna come down and judge all ye people. Said, put ye the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full, the fat is overflowing, and the wickedness is great. And America, through their wickedness, they push out their wickedness throughout all the earth. They go and take over, or go into a land, spread their folly, their homosexuality, their wicked laws, their wicked policies. All the wickedness that America does, that they push out on other lands. And it said, put ye in the sickle for the harvest is ripe. So everything is ready. For to get ready for this battle. Come get ye down, for the press is full, the fat is overflowing, and the wickedness is great. And America is known for great wickedness. Multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near, and near in the valley of decisions. So that day, is soon approaching. Where the Lord finna come down, and he finna render a recompense. He finna pay all you nations back for all the wickedness that you have done unto our people. So, and multitudes of multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near. The day of this, the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decisions. And the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall be withdraw their shining. Which I stop it right there, But hey, when the Lord come back, it's gonna be mass death, Because when the Lord come back, he coming back, supernatural, He coming back, like I say, he coming back to judge the nations. So all you people, you gonna a lot of you gonna be put to death, and the rest of you elites, y'all gonna be put into slavery. So with that, So hopefully this video was edifying. You know, with that I'm gonna say shalom.